There I was involved in production plannings and the store inventory management and other things, which also gave me an insight about how a company's background functions before we actually get into productions and manufacturing.
Hello and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I'm your host, Sunny Pancholi, and today I have the pleasure of sitting down with someone who has been quietly and consistently shaping operations in the medical devices sector across India and Nepal. Ms. Seena Shetty is with us, a powerhouse in operations leadership with over 17 years of experience and currently the General Manager of Operations at Fanem Medical Devices. Her journey spans industrial engineering, regulatory compliance, vendor strategy, and operational excellence. It's not just about managing processes for her, it's about driving strategic impact at scale. We are truly glad to have you with us, Ms. Shetty.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's a very nice morning, and it's a great pleasure to be with all of you and a part of this conversation. I hope I can speak about myself and my journey a little bit going forward. Thank you.
In fact, your work speaks volumes, ma'am, from leading cross-functional teams to implementing ISO and C standards and doing it all while keeping efficiency and customer experience at the heart of it. You bring that rare blend of technical depth and executional clarity. And I think our audience is in for a treat today.
I hope so too. I'm glad that I can share a little bit of my humble journey.
All right, so let's get started.
A wonderful career, a different kind of journey that I have been through in different phases. So I hope some amount of insights that I can share with you.
Absolutely looking forward to it. So why do wait? Let's get started. Ms. Shetty, you have had such an interesting journey. So why don't you tell us in your own words how it all started and what has brought you to where you are today?
Yeah, so I basically am an industrial engineer graduate with an MBA in financial management, and currently also I'm pursuing MBA in operations. So my journey began with a small project in Indian Institute of Science, where I was first exposed to industries and how the industries function. Though I come from a business background, I have not been a very active in the business part. I have not been very active. So once my career began, I had an insight about industries because my first project was about in Industrial Institute of Science. It was about pollution of small scale industries. This gave me an insight of the industries, their functioning, and all that. So this was about 4 to 5 months of project that I did. Meanwhile, I got an opportunity to work in a garment industry through my college. So it was a campus-oriented selection that I had, and I got into my first proper job, which was in a garment industry called Fibres and Fabrics International. So Fibres and Fabrics International actually shaped my career. Though I joined the training, there was a wide amount of exposure that I got in that industry. I worked for 5 years there, and the kind of experiences, the kind of labor that involved in that company, it was, I don't know if you are not very sure of how a garment industry works, but the kind of employees and the mixing of people and all that was a great learning for me. So 5 years when after I worked there, it sort of prepared me for how to manage a company. That's what I would say. Then I took a brief break due to some issues. Then I joined a company called Confident Electronics Private Limited, which was again a manufacturing industry in the electronics division, embedded power circuit boards they made. There I was involved in production plannings and the store inventory management and other things, which also gave me an insight about how a company's background functions before we actually get into productions and manufacturing. Then came the company Fanem. Fanem, till now, I've been working in Fanem. It's been 13 years in Fanem now for me. So I started off as a quality and certifications engineer, which I worked for about 6 to 7 years. Then I took up the role of the general manager, which now I'm managing the whole company. So all my experiences in the past companies has shaped me to be where I am today, to run the operations. And I believe that my parent company trusts me. So Fanem is a Brazilian company which started its subsidiary here. And now I should be saying that I'm proud to say that the entire market of India and Nepal, we have sort of taken over, at least to some good extent. So that's about my journey.
That's an incredible journey, Ms. Shetty. It's always inspiring to hear how leaders grow through real world experience. And I think our audience will really connect with the clarity and intent behind your path. All right. So continuing our conversation, Ms. Shetty, when someone leads operations across borders and still manage to uphold world-class standards like ISO 13485 and CE with such consistency, it's clear that compliance isn't just a task, it's actually a mindset. So how did you manage to embed that level of discipline and ownership into the culture, not just the process?
See, the Fanem Brazil, as I told you, is your company where it's a very regulated market, unlike India. Though India is now slowly moving towards the regulatory path, it was not so regulated until a few years back. But being an MNC and being a part of this MNC, it was embedded into us. As the management, we should be very clear about the ideologies that we need to follow, though the rest of us, the rest of the peers are not following it. So here it was embedded into us first to make this market a more regulated one. Though there are a lot of loopholes in this market, we made it a mandatory point to be in the regulatory and the compliance path. So this sort of shaped us, this sort of put this into a path which sort of took us into this culture of being in the compliant environment. So that's where it began. So here it became it became a habit for us. So since we are into medical devices and medical devices for newborn babies, that's what I manufacture in my company. So it's all the more important dealing with human lives. It's important that the equipment or the devices that we put in the market be absolutely safe, and there is no as incidents or anything that can cause. So this is all the more important, and so this became a culture. Of course, it is a lot of risk, a lot of back end work that you have to do to be in this to maintain that standard going on. But it is being followed. It is being followed, and we're glad that even now India has become so regulated thanks to our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. He has embedded that regulatory insight into everybody in the market today, that in fact now there's a regulatory body also which is governing us, local regulatory body, which was not the scene some years back. So this has sort of, it has become now every company is moving towards that path. And we are glad that we are one of the pioneers who have already done that. And we will continue to do so going forward as well.
Such a grounded way to look at compliance, Ms. Shetty. So moving ahead, that kind of ownership in compliance really speaks volumes. And staying on that note, especially in the medical devices space, where quality is everything, How do you build systems that not only protect that standard, but actually scale with it as the operations grow?
Yeah, see, once the culture is built in, once we are of that mindset where we understand that, you have to move through a particular path. So automatically we start inclining everything to that path, be it operations, be it could be a very basic operational factor in a regular day. Even that is inclined in terms of the standard. So, of course, the standard demands a lot of points to be followed and things, but it becomes a way that we run the company. We follow that procedures. So it sort of makes us a clan apart from the others. So this, it is not tough. It is at the beginning that we feel that it is really tough to follow it and how do we do it. But once it is a part of your culture, your mindset, it automatically just everything falls into place. Then going forward, then there will be no issue because we look at everything, concerning, we do a backtracking of what could be the risk if this is done, what could be the risk if not done. So we start backtracking, we do all kind of traceability and things to see that everything falls into place. So I think being in this culture for the last 12 to 13 years, no, we only think in that aspect of the compliance and regulations factor. So it becomes a mindset.
Absolutely. It becomes a mindset, and that kind of clarity in scaling quality systems is powerful, Ms. Shetty. And given how you have done all this while navigating a space that's still largely male dominated, what advice would you offer to women aspiring to step into operational leadership roles like yours?
I believe women are more equipped, emotionally and skill-wise, we are more equipped to handle operations. So, we are from when I started. 2019, I took over this role as a manager who is solely heading the operations in India majorly, and of course in Nepal. So of course, there's a lot of since it's a male dominant, as you said, it's a male dominant industry. There has been issues. But I think my background, my upbringing also has been a force which has driven me into this. Because I come from a business family, both from my parents' side as well as my my side. So as I have seen, there is a way that business is built. There is a way that we take it forward. There is a way that we do not deter from what we want. When you want it, you want it. So that once you have that idea in your mind very strong, nothing can deter you. Of course, being a male or a female, there's always some kind of obstacles or some kind of comparisons, competitions is always coming. But how strongly can you stand on it? Mistakes can happen to anybody, anything, you may error, but to stand firm on your position, to go forward, to be sure of what exactly you should drive the industry into, which path you want to take it to, and what is the target that you want to achieve. I think that will answer any questions you have on the way, be it a male or a female. I think you can go ahead and pursue it. So I would, encourage a lot of women to come forward, and, make your place wherever it may be, big, small, make your place in the work side of it. That's what I would say.
Absolutely, Ms. Shetty. And hearing it directly from someone who has walked that road makes all the difference. And I know that this message will stay with a lot of our audience today. Great, great, great. All right. So moving ahead, Ms. Shetty, hearing everything you have built so far, the scale, the system, the impact, it naturally makes me curious about what's next. Whether it's stepping into a broader strategic role or even bringing that operational lenses into the boardroom. What does the road ahead look like for you?
See, my industry currently where I'm working it's given me wonderful experiences, still giving me a lot of opportunities. So here, actually, the next phase is something that we want to expand in our current company. So I'm going to be a part of the expansion side, or the coming years would be the expansion part. So I would like to be a part of it, to grow the company to a much bigger entity. This is something that I'm looking for. Of course, I am looking at, based on my experience, I want to take up some other opportunities as well, which comes, because I do not have anything definite as of now. But yes, I would like to take up some more opportunities which can challenge me, which will help me grow as an individual. Because it all going forward, and there are different things that you should have embarked on your journey, or different feathers on your cap, which you should be able to say at some point that, these were the things that I achieved, these were the things that I done, which I think will grow you as a personality. You grow up into a better personality, or a better person. So that is what I'm looking at. So nothing indefinite, of course, company to take it forward and grow it into a much bigger company than today is something that I'm looking for. And of course, personally as a career, I also want to get a higher management position. This is also something personally that I want.
Bold and inspiring. That's a bold and inspiring vision, Ms. Shetty. And with the depth of experience and clarity you bring, I can absolutely see that next chapter unfolding. And I know our audience will too. All right. So, with the kind of operational responsibilities you have handled, governance isn't just a concept, it's part of every decision. So, what I would like to ask you is, how has corporate governance shaped the way you lead, especially when balancing compliance, stakeholder trust, and long term business impact?
Yeah. See, again, as I said earlier, running a company comes with a lot of factors, lot of risks, lot of competitions, which is building day by day in the market. So here we need to keep our blinders on, the head straight. We just move forward in our path with the principles, the policies that we have adapted. Once we put in all this checklist, each of your points are ticked off, automatically things will fall into into place. And where you also develop, like as you said, that you asked about the stakeholders trust, the stakeholders automatically trust us. So when things are going in a regulated way, in a very good principled manner, the results will speak for itself. Once the results are there, we automatically, the trust, everything falls into place. And once that is there, we also know that we have done the right thing to bring the company, or bring we have done the correct governance. We have got it forward. Every step of yours has been the right step that you have taken. And of course, we learn from our mistakes. If whatever are the mistakes, of course, we correct it, we go forward. So I think corporate governance is something that we learn on the way. We learn with lot of ups and downs, and daily experiences, because every day there's a new challenge which is thrown on us. And especially being in the manufacturing and the production part of it, we have multiple challenges that we face, from the company side to the customer side, going forward, after sales, service provided. There's a lot of things that we battle every day. So everything shapes up, every experience adds up, and there is some kind of principles and policies that we start listing out, and it just moves forward. That way, I think trust automatically builds up on yourself, of course, for the management and the stakeholders as well. So I would like to say that my parent company is in Brazil. So there right now, the way they speak to me or the way they uh, comprehend the whole working of the company currently to being about 3 or 4 years earlier is changed much, for a better way. So I believe that that has been because of the certain policies and principles that we have adapted over time and taken it forward. So I think we are in a better off place currently, and hope we will be able to grow this way in future as well.
Absolutely. So, can I say that governance for you isn't just policy, it's how leadership is lived day to day?
Absolutely. And that's the right way to put it.
Great. All right. So, Ms. Shetty, you recently became part of Directors Institute community. So, before we wrap up, I would like to quickly ask you what that experience has been like for you and how it's aligned with the direction you are headed in your career.
Yeah, as I told you that, this is something that I want to add on into my profile. It is this idea started for me about 2 years back, where I had been contemplating how to go forward. And now I think it's time in my career that I put a step forward to have a different kind of role if possible to play. So this is the beginning. Being a part of Directors Institute is a beginning for me to embark that path in my career. I don't know what the future has in hold for me, but yes, I would like to take it up and see if I can shape my career into a different path as well. That's my reason of being here with Directors Institute today.
Wonderful to hear that, Ms. Shetty. You know, it's always inspiring when seasoned leaders like yourself find new spaces to grow and reflect. And I think that speaks volumes about the kind of journey Directors Institute offers.
Yeah, I hope that I can being a part of Directors Institute and some help from your end, I can shape, in a better way. I can hone my skills. I can pave my way into a different career path as well. That's what I hope so.
Wish you
Because
luck for that.
every day,
And
every day and everything is a learning for us. Every day, the new things that we need to learn. As someone said, you should never stop learning. So taking up an MBA, in fact, right now I'm doing an MBA and trying to specialize in operations. Though I have an experience in operations, I have not had a qualification for it. So I want to get better at it. So I have taken up an MBA also. Parallelly, I'm doing that. So I think with all of this, I just want to see that if I can become a better, I would not say a leader or anything, a better personality to, to shape my company or the way I think, the perspectives, the point of view, all that I want to change a bit and make it sharper.
first and foremost, we, on behalf of Directors Institute, wish you luck for all your future endeavors. And let me tell you, this conversation has truly been a thoughtful and enriching conversation. Hearing about your leadership journey, your approach to quality and governance, and your aspirations ahead, it's been incredibly insightful, not just for us, but for everyone listening in.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that kind words.
And we really appreciate your time and candor, Ms. Shetty. On behalf of all of us at FaceTime with Leaders by Directors Institute, thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
To our audience, stay tuned, stay curious, keep learning from leaders who walk the talk. Thank you so much and have a nice time.